Welcome back to the final part of working on this SE3. If you haven't seen the previous videos on it, this phone took a swim off of a dock, ended up about 15 feet below the water, and sat there for 3 days. The owner of the phone didn't back it up, and they have precious memories on there that they'd like to recover. So let's see today if we can finally get it to the point where that data is available. Let's get started. Alright, so Chestnut didn't work, didn't bring it back, but I've been looking around here, and right here we've got another line. It's adjacent to the one V8 line. This is also one V8 line. If we go to the 2020 SE, which will have the same connector, it'll tell us a little bit more about it. This is a touch reset line, which sounds important. And if we follow it, it just jumps straight to the CPU. Okay, but on the SE3, if we follow it, what happens is it goes through this cap over on the back to this guy. Now, clicking around here, what I can see is that this component has a relationship on these corners with stuff down here, and there was definitely corrosion under the shield here. So it could be that what's happening is we've got this drain here that's causing an issue. So I'm going to pop off the shield here and we'll take a look at these components because I can't see this outer edge, maybe something's going on here with one of these guys that is causing an issue, kind of a roundabout way to prevent power going to the touch reset to supply power or something like that. Given that I have no data here, it's kind of hard to determine. I'm really just doing an educated guess. So let's do that. Alright, so I went ahead and removed that shield. Forgot to hit record. Now we're going to carefully clean up all of the area. So what I think I'm going to do real quick is gently pop off each one of these guys and look at it, look under it, put it back if I can. I'm just going to add some flux. I want to see if there's anything that's like causing these guys to be non-functional. Alright, go down in. Let's do the outside one first because it'll heat up the quickest. That looks good. So we'll go ahead and just gently put it back. Let's look at the second one. See if we have any different results. I'm just going to agitate the last one. That looks good. Let everything cool down real fast. To quickly sum up what we've tried so far, we found that there is an issue with the touch lines. They're not getting power. And in the last video, we tried to pull and reball Chestnut because that corresponded to the 5V1 line that wasn't receiving power. That basically corrects for the other touch issues if fixed. Now I'm under the assumption that reballing it wasn't the way to go and that it was more than just corrosion under it. I believe that Chestnut itself has failed, and luckily it's one of those universal components where you can find it on a lot of other devices. So today I'm going to pull that part along with a bunch of the other caps that look suspicious to see if we can recover touch. Let's go under the microscope and start that process. Alright, so if we look at this area, you can see that we've got corroded component here, 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 these guys, this guy. If we look here, we've got, this is an important line. This is our 5V1 touch rail. We need that to be getting power. So if we follow it through, this guy right here, it pops over into Chestnut. And Chestnut has connected to it a lot of this stuff, including this coil here, which goes to VDD main, where we have all of these bad caps. Obviously, main is fine, but these caps might be essential to help pull power through this coil to amplify what we've got going on here. Could be something as simple as this like filter needing attention. But I'm going to start looking at this area, probably pulling and replacing these caps, this little cap. You can see it's really bad here, bad there, missing a lot there, here, this area. Alright, tested the coil, it looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back on. I'm also going to pull this filter. You know, it looks good, tests good. Because maybe under load it isn't actually pulling the current through and supplying power to the connector. And I'm going to pull Chestnut. Maybe it actually was bad. And then that cap as well. Alright. Alright, so here you can see I have a iPhone SE 2020 board. And right here we've got the same Chestnut IC that we're going to need for the SE3. And some of the nice things is if we go to over here, we look at, say, this filter and cap. We remove this filter. As you can see, we removed this filter right here. So if we click on this dot, that'll tell us that this filter needs to go in place of that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go one by one, looking at the components that I've removed, comparing them on the screen, finding them on the SE second gen, and we're going to be transferring them to the SE3 board so we can restore touch, including the Chestnut. So here we go. All right, let's see if restoring all of that area brings us touch again. All right, we've got an Apple logo. That's a good sign. And let's see what happens when it comes all the way on. Almost done booting. Now first we'll check for touch. See if we have any response. And look at that, we've got touch. Whew, awesome. We fixed the issue. Now, I'm not positive if it was the caps or the filter. They looked okay, but well, actually, they didn't look okay, and that's why I replaced them. But I believe in this case, it had the Chestnut IC had become damaged internally, and that's why reballing it didn't work. So this phone, I'll get it reassembled, put back together. This phone can now access the data, and I'm super stoked. And the owner of this phone is going to be stoked to have their user memory that they forgot to back up saved once again. And there we go. You can see we've got the phone on, the touch is working, and the best part is all of the data is there. As you saw, replacing Chestnut and the surrounding components that were highly affected by the water damage was the solution in this phone, and I'm really glad that the water only got to that point. And I believe that what happened is that area shorted out, killing all of the power to the rest of the device, so that even though it got completely wet on the inside, nothing else corroded, oxidized, rust, or anything. It was all in that one spot. Let me know if you'd like me to make a condensed version of this video where I put all 3 videos in one. I'm glad that this phone is working again, and hopefully I've been able to share with you some of the techniques to diagnosing and fixing issues like this. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.